segment tonight. A Boy Scout scandal in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Members of Troop 45 put out donation boxes at the city's polling stations during the election day, and they hoped to send a big care package to our troops overseas. But the boxes were removed after someone complained that they were a political statement. Sending care packages to the troops is now a political statement. Joining us now from Boston is attorney Jeffrey Nathan. Now, Jeffrey, I've heard a lot of crazy things coming out of Cambridge over the years, but this one takes a cake. How is putting out donation boxes with a sign that says support the troops a political statement? These are Boy Scouts wanting to do something nice for the men and women who serve in uniform, put their lives on the line day in and day out for us, and Cambridge says no?
Cambridge said no. Cambridge elected officials did the right thing in saying that Massachusetts law applies when you're going to come within a certain parameter of a voting booth. Massachusetts law is very clear. You can't make a political statement, and it absolutely is a political statement to say that you support the troops, because if you say that you support the troops, that means that you support preemptive wars for which there's absolutely no reason.
Jeff, did you go to law school for this education? I mean, I don't mean to be mean to you,
listen,
but I mean, you must have gone to Harvard Law School.
The troops.
Yeah, here's the problem. Hold on. Here's the problem, is that for years, we've been told in talk radio land that you can't question someone's patriotism because everyone supports the troops. Supporting the troops does not necessarily mean you support the war. You just want the best for the troops. You'd like to help them. Maybe you'll raise scholarship money for them. Maybe you'll send care packages. But you support the troops, but not necessarily the mission. That's what America's left has told us for years. And now you're saying something completely different. Now we can't support the troops, any of us, because we're making a political statement. That makes no sense.
You can't do it within a certain circumference of a voting
Why?
booth. Why? Because
that's not a political
you're going
statement.
in and saying you're supporting the mission when you say you're going to support the troops. Don't sever that.
What if the box said support for AIDS research, support for AIDS victims? What if it said support for safe sex and there were condoms in the box and you could reach your hand in and grab a condom and go on your merry way? I have a feeling we would have not removed those boxes. This is a statement by the Cambridge officials who want to make their stance against George Bush and the war, is it not?
No. What happened is the Boy Scouts just said, we're going to do what we want to do when we want to do it, and we're not going to comply with Massachusetts laws by getting written permission when the Boy Scouts
They got oral permission. You know that, Jeffrey. They got oral permission from a city official on this issue.
They say they did, but that's not good enough.
Oh, Jeffrey, come on. You know that if this were a box or donation center asking for help for AIDS victims, AIDS sufferers, or any other more politically correct cause, then this would never have been brought up. People would have just said, oh, isn't this nice? We're trying to help people out. Because this is talking about our soldiers, you have a problem with this, and some people from Cambridge have a problem. I have an idea. We can tell the military that you don't have to protect San Francisco or Cambridge because they apparently don't support you, and they can go on protecting the rest of the country because Cambridge thinks it's political to somehow put out donation boxes for our troops. Jeffrey, I'll give you the last word.
Laura, I grew up in Cambridge. I've represented soldiers in Iraq. I can tell you that I'm not in favor of what the Boy Scouts did, and that what the Cambridge officials did was the right move. Get rid of the political statements within a polling place. It's against the law.
Jeff, if you gave money to a homeless veterans cause during wartime, does that mean you support the war?
That's the stretch. I'm just going to say that what you have to do is obey the law. The Boy Scouts are not above the law.
Okay, you're not answering the question. You couldn't answer any of the questions, but I appreciate your joining us. Back in a moment with an author who says that abstinence programs can lead to eating disorders. I kid you not. And then the Mark Cuban anti-military movie